Hello, my name is Ray Bagnuolo, and I am a minister of Word and Sacrament in the Presbyterian Church USA. And I am talking this evening, making this recording, just for a couple of minutes to talk about the upcoming ratification for Amendment 10A, which is a change in the language of G60106B, which is Presbyterian speak for the Fidelity and Chastity Amendment that is used mostly and most frequently to keep people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender from being ordained as leaders in the Presbyterian Church. The change in legislation is critically important. I am an openly gay person. I was ordained as a gay person. I was ordained in 2005, and during my process I refused to abide by G60106B, that amendment, as a matter of conscience. I simply had come to the realization that I didn't need to be ordained. What I needed to do was to stay on the path. And since I was open and I was gay, by the point I got to my examination, what it really was about were the people who had the opportunity to say yes to a fully inclusive and welcoming church filled with God's radical love and hospitality, or no, and closed the doors to those sisters and brothers who were lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender simply because they were gay. And in the presbytery in which I was ordained, the Presbytery of Hudson River, the vote was 88 to 6 to 1, which means that I was approved to seek a call. So there are many within the church today looking for the opportunity to vote for people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. There are many people who have family members and loved ones and people that they know in the church who have served faithfully and are gay, and it doesn't matter. What matters is that we do our very best not to depend just on legislation to change the hearts and minds of people, but to find in our hearts and in the warmth we share for one another because of the love that has been given to us by the one who created us all, to open the doors to all people, to be judged, examined, and determined whether or not they are fit for ministry based on the same traditional standards that have been in effect in this church basically from its inception, and not to have a separate set of laws or rules or amendments for those who might be lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. It's just time. We are at that place where we can become the church that I think if Jesus were here in the way that he might be able to vote or to speak to us directly from the floor of presbytery or wherever he might choose, I think we could become the church that he would call us to be and is in fact calling us to be. So please, in your presbytery, during the next several months, when the vote for Amendment 10A comes up, please be informed. Please get to the meetings. You can contact Covenant Network. You can contact More Light Presbyterians, MLP.org. It's covenant.org. There's another address there you can find. Or you can just reply to this message, and I'll be happy to get back to you and help in any way I can. But it's in our hands to make a difference. It's in our hands to take the violence out of the world in this very critical way by no longer suggesting to anyone that the reason that we reject people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender is because they're somehow not acceptable, that we are somehow second-class citizens, and that the violence that befalls people who are marginalized and oppressed, just as a fact, as a matter of having that kind of legislation or silence from an institutional church or organization, that violence that we are inherently complicit with by our silence, by our practices, can begin to become eliminated, and we can stand up and clearly say, that violence is not our violence. What is ours is the love of God in each and every one of us, and we open our arms to all people, just as we believe Jesus calls us to do. So thank you for listening. I went on a little longer than I thought I might, but I am a preacher. So God bless you. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing from you. And please get to the Presbyterian meetings and vote, if you believe you can, for Amendment 10A for ratification. It's really important. So thank you.